Wahala. WTO Chief Okonjo-Iweala issues serious warning to Donald Trump over tariff war. See what she demanded. My dear listeners, another interesting news as Okonjo-Iweala issues a serious warning to the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, over tariff war. My dear listeners, let's move down to the full details to see what was that all about. Kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, WTO, has issued a stern warning to global leaders, including US President Donald Trump, urging an immediate cessation of the escalating tariff war that is inflicting significant damage on the global economy. In a detailed press release, Okonjo-Iweala expressed profound concern regarding the recent spate of trade policies enacted by the United States, particularly the tariffs introduced on April 2. These measures, according to her, are contributing to a deteriorating global economic situation, undermining the progress that has been made towards open trade and economic cooperation. The WTO had emphasized that the organization's secretariat is closely observing these developments, engaging with member countries to assess the potential consequences of these protectionist actions. Numerous countries have reached out to the WTO and we are actively collaborating with them, addressing their concerns about the far-reaching effect these measures may have on both their national economies and the global trading system, she stated. In her analysis, Okonjo-Iweala pointed out that based on preliminary data from the WTO, the new round of tariffs, combined with earlier protectionist moves, could lead to a 1% contraction in global merchandise trade by 2025. This forecast represents a drastic downward revision, as earlier projections had anticipated a growth of nearly 4%. This projected decline is deeply troubling, Okonjo-Iweala stated. There is an imminent danger that these trade barriers could spiral into a full-scale tariff war, driven by retaliatory measures. Such a scenario would likely have a devastating effect on global trade flows. Despite these troubling developments, the WTO chief emphasized that a significant portion of global trade, approximately 74%, still operates under the organization's most favored nation MFN principles. However, this percentage has declined sharply from 18% earlier in the year, underscoring a worrying shift towards protectionist policies. To safeguard the achievements we have made in fostering open global trade, WTO members must stand united, she urged. Okonjo-Iweala also expressed concerns about the potential trade diversion effect that such extensive tariffs could trigger, which could destabilize existing trade relations and economic structures. She reiterated the importance of all WTO members collaborating to mitigate this adverse effect and protect the stability of the international trading system. The WTO is an essential platform for resolving trade disputes and fostering dialogue, she continued. It was created precisely for moments like this, to facilitate constructive engagement and prevent trade conflict from escalating further, I strongly encourage all members to utilize the WTO's dispute resolution mechanisms to find mutually beneficial solutions before the situation deteriorates any further. Okonjo-Iweala's remarks come at a time when the world is witnessing an increasingly volatile trade war between some of the largest economic powers, the United States, China, Canada, and other influential nations, have engaged in a tit-for-tat exchange of tariffs, each move exacerbating the trade tensions. Reports indicate that in retaliation for President Trump's decision to impose tariffs on Chinese goods, China has enacted a 34% tariff on all US imports. This action, according to Chinese authorities, is a direct response to what they deem as a violation of established international trade norms by the United States. In an official statement released on its customs website, China expressed its concerns that the US actions are a breach of global trade regulations. This intensification of the tariff conflict has raised alarm among economists and policymakers around the world who warn that the ongoing dispute could have long-lasting effect on global economic stability. As the situation continues to unfold, trade experts and diplomats alike are closely monitoring the development. The outcome of this trade conflict, they argue, could reshape the global economic landscape for years to come. There is a growing sense of urgency for diplomatic effort to de-escalate the situation and seek collaborative solutions that would allow for a return to more stable and predictable trading environment.